Man, tonight we got Jamal Crawford in studio.
JC, Sixth Man of the Year.
This is going to be good. Talking a lot of basketball and Timberwolves.
Let's get it.
Yo, what's up? This is Greg Jennings, and you're listening to the One Hunnit Podcast.
You're in the One Hunnit Podcast. Let's keep it 100 now.
Hey, what's up? This is Don Buxton from the Minnesota Twins, and you're listening to the 100 Podcast.
What up, Tyus? We got your teammate.
What's up? This is Tyus Jones, and you're listening to the 100 Podcast.
It's the One Hunnit Podcast. I'm Joe. That's Remy.
That's
we call
right.
him the down south Georgia boy.
Yep.
Because he's DSGB.
Oh, dang.
And then we have new Minnesota Timberwolves guard, NBA veteran Jamal Crawford in studio. What's up, Jamal?
What's up?
Man, it's good to have you here.
Good to be here.
It's good to have somebody who knows what it's like to feel a playoff game. Honestly,
We got some people that feel
a dozen
playoff
years,
games,
man. A dozen years,
It
no
has been a
playoffs.
while.
We don't know what's going
gotta
on. We don't
change
even know
that,
what it
right?
feels like anymore.
We got to change that.
What
One
is it-
thing's for sure, it won't make it a baker's dozen.
No,
We going to the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? I mean, you've played in the playoffs a lot lately. I know you
Yes.
started your career and it was a bit of a minute, but
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's every possession matters, the intensity. If you think about it, you've been to obviously T-Wolves games.
Yeah.
If you see the game where they're playing the hottest team in the league, right, and the excitement that's in the building, it's like that every single playoff game. The energy, the whole city is electric. Even if you don't watch a particular sport, once the playoffs roll around, you find yourself watching, you find yourself cheering for your hometown team. So it's exciting.
I love it. So, Jamal, we got you in studio for basically the entire show today. Thank you for doing that.
No,
That
no
is
problem.
super cool. And as I understand it, Remy, you guys have kids that go to the same school, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. So that's how you guys met.
According
And
to
he
them
just
two, they're
and he
best
lured
friends.
you
They're
in.
best friends. They both say that.
He lured you in immediately.
No,
It's
I
something
didn't
about
admit.
him.
Listen, we were talking to Greg Jennings, my other friend.
Yeah, your other friend.
And I said that we had Greg on the show because he said, I said I can't beat him in golf. I said, so I took Greg out we talked about it, putt. I said I lost 3 times in putt, and Jamal said, why don't you beat him in basketball? You got 2 kids to play basketball. I said, man, he was on the show. He's a Mr. Basketball.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Jamal was like, you got a show? I'm coming on. And then this is what he said. This is Minnesota, listen. He said, you want me to come on now or when we start winning?
Oh, I like that.
exactly
Not if we start winning.
No, that's
when we
exactly-
start
that's
winning.
it. That was the conversation verbatim. That was exactly
it.
how it went.
Well, that's perfect. So let's do this. Debate mode, right? This is
Yeah.
something we do, Jamal, every
get
single
to
show.
it.
We
Yeah.
start it off and we say something stupid like, who's going to win the NFC North? We're talking football, all that good stuff. So today, let's do a debate mode this style. Where do the Wolves finish
Don't say
in the
we
West?
say something stupid.
Well, generally we do.
You normally say
right,
something
but
stupid.
yeah, yours is inaccurate, but mine's stupid. Yeah,
I'm
that's fair.
99.7% factual on this show.
All right, debate mode, though. Where do the Wolves finish in the West? Because I got them, I mean, we're both on board top 4 seed. The question is, can they crack the top 3? Jamal.
I think, honestly, to give you an honest answer, because I always want to be, this is called 100, right? So we have
Yeah.
to be as honest as possible.
Yeah.
I think for us, we got to figure out, everything, just playing together, how people, play off each other. I have no doubt we'll be a top 4 seed. It's just about how the chemistry and everything goes. Sometimes that's underrated, so guys have to really fill each other out and everything, but I have no doubts about it. With the character guys we have, we'll figure it out.
So like the top 4 in the
So I
West.
answer without answering, huh?
Yeah. Answer without
yeah,
answering.
right.
Well, technically, the quote I can use now in the story is Jamal Crawford says, "No doubt, Wolves finish top 4." Right? That's how that works, right?
Well, listen, I'm confident. Obviously you have to go through the process and you got to embrace the journey. We'll have, games where we win 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row, and you have games you lose 3 or 4 in a row. And you got to embrace the whole process of going through it.
8 wins in a row.
That building.
Dude, man, I don't know when the last time that happened.
Listen.
KG was about 25.
You know me. I'm a recent convert.
Yeah.
I broke up with the Hawks on the show when they didn't
Oh, you did
draft.
on the show?
I broke up with the Hawks on the show.
He did it on the show.
I did after the draft, and I told you.
Yeah, you told me
when they
about
didn't draft Malik Monk, who I told you on the show, to me is a clone of Jamal Crawford.
You did, yeah.
He's a guy who might drop 50 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he can fill it up. But I broke up with the Hawks, got my T-Wolves stuff on, right?
Yeah, you're back.
I'm one of us.
You're in.
I've never been to a T-Wolves game that mattered. But I was a season ticket holder for the Lynx the year they went to the finals. Now listen, only the lower bowl was full at the Target Center, and it was electric.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
can't imagine the new Target Center, what it's going to be like when the Timberwolves are the third seed.
Oh, well, a home playoff game.
That story, Joe.
A game one of a series is like, Jamal, you have no idea how excited people are going to get. Literally, you've been places in your career, I'm sure you can relate to it, where those teams haven't been to the playoffs in a bit. But like spending some time in LA with the Clippers, where all of a sudden it's expected, where you guys were supposed to be a top 4 seed every single year. Do you remember what it was like when you guys first started cracking into the playoffs and how that expectation grew and how fans changed and reacted?
Right, and right now I think we have the longest streak.
Yeah.
So it'll be even more exciting for the fans. They will be very, very happy this year. I don't want to make any promises or guarantees. I just have a feeling about how this is going to go. And I feel like the city has a lot of reason to be excited in what we're building, not just for now, for the future.
Not much of a debate. We all
It's
kind
not,
of
but
agree.
Joe, it's debate mode. He said 4 seed. I don't know which article you're going to write. Remy says 3 seed. Jamal says 4 seed.
Yeah.
My article probably won't sell.
We write about stars, not you.
What do you say?
Top 4 seed for sure. And I really think it comes down to, Golden State, obviously, as long as they stay healthy, they're going to be the cat's ass again. They're amazing.
Yep.
Will they win 70 games? I don't know. Don't really care. They're going to be up there. Number 2, Oklahoma City, I think, is going to be a beast with Paul George and Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams and Enes Kanter. They've changed a little bit, but those guys are nasty. 3, Houston or Minnesota. And honestly, the 2 seed, I think, is within reach. That's just me keeping it 100, right?
Yeah.
The 1 is like everyone says, the 1 is off limits. That table's reserved for Steph Curry.
And this is what I will say as well. And like you said, we've gone so long without being in the playoffs. That has to be one of the goals first. And then you go seed and all that. But I've seen teams, the 8th seed beat the 1 seed. So once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. I've been on teams where injuries have happened in the playoffs. We were favored to win the series, and it changed the whole thing. A couple years ago, Chris and Blake both got hurt. And within a 5-minute span, we were up, I think, 2-0 or 2-1 against Portland. Yeah. We ended up losing that series. So you never know how things shake out. But the goal has to be making the playoffs and beyond. It's not just about, the playoffs or seeds. Yeah. So we'll see.
Are you a baseball fan?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's your team? Seattle?
Seattle. Everything's Seattle.
Okay, yeah, because
I guess I have to get a second team.
Oh man, I have so many good things I want to talk to you about just like when you were in high school. You had a basketball teammate that nobody knows about, and I gotta save it for later. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, you're almost the second most famous guy on your high school basketball team.
Honestly, I play LA Fitness, and obviously, I play any LA Fitness. So in the summer, they used to see me. They still get excited in some ways, but Phil walked in.
Phil Heath, yep, Mr. Olympia.
It was like Michael Jordan walked in the basketball gym. Like they
look at that
stopped
dude
lifting weights. They stopped everybody, knew him. But that was cool to see. I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
I watched
seeing him in his element.
I watched a YouTube clip of your 1998 state championship. It was like a 10-minute clip. I would think like a game that Jamal Crawford's in would be like 92-86 or something like that. Man, they slowed that thing down, and it was like 44-40.
That was the way to try to make things difficult for us. And that was the toughest state championship that I think they've seen. So we finished first, and we beat teams 2 through 6 or 2 through 7 that year. And to this day, it holds the attendance record.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like 60-something thousand.
Where did y'all play at?
Kingdom.
Oh, the Kingdom.
You played the games in the Kingdom?
That was the last tournament there. And they moved it after that.
So, where is it now?
Now it's at Tacoma Dome.
Oh, okay, okay.
Did you hit the last bucket there?
No. I did.
Some free throws, huh?
Real basket, and my friend, one of my closest friends, hit the free throws.
They were fouling at the end.
Yeah.
But he hit the last field goal in the Kingdom. What are the chances?
But it's like, exactly. It's like Phil Heath is a 6-time Mr. Olympia.
Right. Olympian,
He looks like me in the weight room, right? And then he's back in high school. He was wearing number 22 on his back.
Yep, he's shooting.
And he didn't look like that.
Reach mode.
He was a shooting guard.
Oh my God! And he looked good too. I was watching that clip.
Yeah.
He was good.
He could really shoot.
But you were. In Minnesota, high school basketball is really kind of on the rise, right, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Everybody says it. Tyus Jones, Trey Jones is a kid here now. He's a 5-star guy going to Duke. Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent's little kid. Yeah. He's going to Duke this fall. That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Tyus was on the show too. We had Tyus on the show.
Okay, for sure.
Tyus was on the show.
Basketball in Minnesota, we're getting a lot more of these 5-star kids and whatnot. But watching you play high school basketball it just looked unfair. Because you were like you are now in high school. Like you haven't grown.
No, I actually played I have a pro-am right now in Seattle.
Yep.
And so that pro-am, that pro-am used to be Doug Christie's pro-am.
Okay.
And so I was a 16-year-old kid playing in that. And I was averaging 30 against Sean Kemp, and not just these guys, but these guys played in Sean Kemp, Damon Stoudemire, Doug Christie was on my team, but just other pros. And I'm like, if I can do this against pros at 16, when I go back to high school, I should have a lot of success.
You should be okay. It's not a lack of confidence.
I averaged more in the pro-am than I did in high school.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I have to figure out how to get my teammates involved so we can win it.
Which is a skill every high school kid should learn, by the way. If you're the superstar, it's not just about buckets.
Make everybody better.
Yeah. All right. Remy, let's
up?
do this. Best of 3. We'll show Jamal how we play this trivia. And like we've explained to Jamal and listeners out there, we have a 20-second timer. We go back and forth like catchphrase. We name a university. And then we go back and forth naming players who have gone pro any sport from that university. Right. Whoever's left dead at the buzzer has to eat the Bean Boozled beans.
You know what happened to me last time?
What? You get that rotten egg one.
I had the rotten egg.
Yeah, that was good.
I almost vomited.
Yeah. Do you puke when others puke, Jamal?
I do. To look.
I do.
Yeah.
So if he pukes.
We haven't puked yet. But close.
I'll puke too.
Yeah,
it's not good.
I mean, you're already sweating, Joe.
I'm sweating because I'm overweight.
Well, you have a thyroid
You're
problem.
on a mile in 6:43.
It's a thyroid. I can run a mile. But you see me sweat after that. Oh, my God.
I like this guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Best of 3 to go first. Ready?
All right, yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, you pick the
I
school.
always beat you. You pick the same thing every time, idiot.
Right. You ready? Okay. Here we go.
Ready to the countdown.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Michael Jordan.
Mitch Trubisky.
Robert Quinn.
Rasheed Wallace.
James Worthy.
Vince Carter.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Where's my...
Yeah! Buzzer. That's the buzzer. Yeah. So post-prod will add that in. But
So you can pick any school?
Yeah, any school.
So he picked North Carolina. We had to go back and forth with North Carolina. Guys.
Why'd you give him such an easy one?
Just first thing that popped in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the timer
you
was
could say
going.
like Mississippi State or something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
But I
That'd
gotta
be
make
nasty.
sure-
That'd be nasty.
Yeah, that would have been
So
nasty.
you want to be able to go back and forth. A
Yeah,
little
well,
bit.
if you don't, you just got to eat the bean. That's the point. But
There was one time, like,
Take a bean, bud.
literally, my brain just went completely blank.
take a bean.
And now, as soon as we're done, like we did with Kentucky that day, I can name 100 Kentucky guys.
Right.
But when that timer's gone,
So he has to eat this bean,
I
Jamal.
gotta eat this bean.
And then
See,
we're
I
gonna
got
play,
two.
We're going to play two
All right,
more
so I gotta
rounds
pick
after
one.
this.
I'm gonna pick this pink one.
What's the pink one?
The pink one's either gonna be, oh no, I'm not picking the pink one. I'm gonna pick this dark one. It's either gonna be dog food or chocolate pudding.
Oh,
Come on.
my goodness.
Eat it. Oh, what is it?
Oh, it's dog
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Oh, you can see what it is.
Pathetic
Yeah,
performance.
on the back. Yeah. Jamal, you do not want to pick the white one. I'll tell you right now. The odds of you picking coconut are not good. There's probably a 20% chance you get a good bean. It's nasty.
All right.
So we'll do 2 more rounds, but this time, look, this time we'll go all the way in a circle, and you'll play 2.
I can't
So we'll
swallow
go.
it, dude.
So I'll pick a school.
Why do you get to pick the school?
Well, you can pick the school.
I can pick the
You
school.
can pick school. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
easy.
This time we're gonna go this way. Oh,
Yep.
I
So
am done.
you pick the school. I say a player,
And
then
they
it
have
goes.
to have gone pro, correct?
Yeah.
It could, any athlete. So it could be golf. Like our minds just typically always go to basketball,
Football, right? Yeah.
But like, you know, if you knew where Michael Phelps went to school, you could name Michael Phelps.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
we did Georgia, I named some golfers. I was like,
Okay.
Bubba
All
Watson.
right. So am I naming it?
You-
So is this the real round? I want the
This
real
is a
round.
real round.
this is
Yep.
a real round.
This is a
So
real
I'm doing
round.
this one time,
Yep.
right?
So
Yep.
you name the school, then he's gonna pick the first guy. I'll pick. You pick.
All
We'll
right.
go around like that. Yep.
All right. Okay.
Ready to the countdown.
Let's do this.
University of Washington.
Washington. Isaiah Thomas.
Desmond Trufant.
Brandon Roy.
Ooh, that's a good one. Who's that one? Kelly. Kelsey Plum.
Oh man, good one. Who's Marcus? The kid that just got drafted. Marcus. What is his name?
Time.
What is his name? What's the kid that just got drafted?
Markel Fultz, man.
Markel Fultz.
He's number 1 pick in the draft.
Who?
Yeah, eat the bean. Yes.
Oh shoot!
Eat the bean, Jeremy.
All right, that one just fell out.
Twice. It's coming back up.
How would you know I'm protesting?
Yeah, protest all you want. Just eat the bean.
You delayed on purpose.
I didn't delay anything. I was rock star fast. I
Zeke,
even put a.
I'm
And
questioning Joe's integrity.
I even used a female athlete, unlike you being sexist all the time.
You did. You did.
I'm a
Except
Title
for,
IX podcaster.
Except for I got female athletes.
Yeah, you have 2 of them. Yeah.
Hey, my son's traveling Saturday.
South Dakota football.
Sir. All right, I'm gonna take.
Oh, that's not a bad one. That's probably
I'm gonna take.
toothpaste.
It's either
Hold on, you-
toothpaste or berry
How do
blue.
you get a chance to look at what's what? You just have to pick one.
Well, they're the same. The bad one and the good one are the exact same color.
So then why are you looking to see what's what? You just gotta take
see
a
what his
chance.
options are.
Well, because there were two up there.
Yeah.
See what might be going in his mouth.
So you guys going again?
Hey, it's toothpaste.
Oh, he got toothpaste.
Yeah.
See,
That's what I mean.
that's not bad. First time
Yeah.
you've used it today, too, so that's
Yeah,
good.
well, you need some toothpaste right now.
I need a shower. I ain't shower.
All right, Joe, you picking the school in the third one.
All right, here we go.
Come on, we got to
You
get
guys
Jamal
ready?
to eat a bean.
I'm going to think of a good school here. Let's go with,
The show's no fun if I'm eating all the beans.
I'm going to go with, okay, I got it. Ready?
Here we go.
Ready to the countdown.
Ohio State.
Really? Terrell Pryor.
Maurice Claret.
Oh, what? James Laurinaitis.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Michael Redd.
Greg Oden.
Wow.
Time!
No, I got it.
No. What'd you say?
AJ Hope.
Oh, no, too late. Time. You didn't have to eat a single bean.
Nope.
Well, this podcast ain't going viral now. Damn.
Hey. Well, they'll watch to see if it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Eat the bean. You get third.
It's good. It's good. He said his prayers before he came in.
We could play one more round just to try
Apparently,
again.
I didn't.
Come on, play one more round.
We'll play one more round.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm not eating this.
That's dead
Coconut.
fish. That's
Dude,
dead fish.
That's either dead fish or a strawberry banana smoothie. And if
Oh.
it's dead fish, I'm going to puke.
No, you're not.
Dude, seriously.
And the rule is he can't drink any water.
Smell it first. It's not gonna make it taste better. It's strawberry. What is it?
That's dead fish.
Oh my
Come on.
gosh.
What's up? This is Tyus Jones, and you're listening to the 100 Podcast.
What's up, Tyus? Jeremy's gonna puke. Oh
Drink your
my
water.
gosh, that is disgusting.
So who's?
You're a loser.
We'll give.
Give
Remy
him a
one
sec.
time.
You can drink some water. Fine.
Thank you.
Fine. I mean, I did go buy that water for you. That's a big water.
I had to eat 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
was
3.
bad.
And you might have to eat 4 because Jamal wants to play another
You want to
round.
play another round?
Yeah.
You want to go one more?
You can pick a school.
My eyes are watering.
Yeah, I know. You get to pick the school.
All right.
I have a feeling. Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be me. This
Why are you
week.
giving those to him? You act like he's gonna have to eat.
About to eat
I
one.
might.
All right, you ready? One more round.
Yeah.
At the request of
Okay.
Jamal Crawford,
All right.
University of Georgia.
Oh, what a jerk.
RJ. What's my guy's name? RJ Hunter.
RJ Hunter. Who's RJ Hunter?
I don't know him.
Is it Boston? He was the Boston Celtics.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Todd Gurley.
Matthew Stafford.
Eat a beat, Jamal.
Got him. That was kind of cheap.
That was cheap.
I was stuck with that one.
We
Yeah,
paused
that-
on the RJ Hunter.
I don't. Bryce Hunter played football. I don't know RJ. Hunter.
RJ Hunter played basketball. Wasn't he with the Celtics
What
for a
you
while?
got?
A good one.
Oh, no. What did you get? What's it taste like?
I don't know, but it was good.
Man, hey, look though.
Lime. He got lime.
You got lime?
Oh,
nice.
my God.
Hey, nice job.
Why do the
That
rich
was
get
awesome.
richer? This is not
That was
fair.
great.
University of Georgia is cheating for him.
Yeah, that was
Exactly,
cheap.
that is. That'd be
That
like
was
you doing
Washington.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, I did Washington.
Or
Yeah, he did
right.
Washington.
Or
Yeah,
me doing
Seattle.
Southwest Minnesota State University. You
Yeah.
know? That wouldn't have been fair.
No, because nobody's ever going pro from there.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, my
We could
gosh.
say Joe Nelson is a professional.
Yeah, Georgia was definitely cheating.
Yeah, that's definitely cheap.
Jamal,
But that was good.
We've
That was
got
good.
like,
So I have a combination of toothpaste, dead fish, and a booger in my mouth.
we're not all
So-
stupid bits here. We like to talk about real things.
Yeah, we do.
We wrote
do.
down like 50 questions for you.
Let's do it. Let's get
Let's
it.
get it. All right,
get it.
man.
Yeah.
Remy, start us off.
So we talked about this earlier, and we do our research. That's how we found out Greg Jennings was 7th in Mr. Basketball in Minnesota. But I had to think back. I mean, because you've been in the league 17 years, man.
Yeah, going on 18.
You're going on 18. And I had to think back that you were traded on draft night
I was.
for Chris Mim. And I had to Google Chris Mim.
Wasn't he Texas? Like a lefty
Yeah.
from Texas?
But
Big guy. He ended up playing with the Lakers at some point.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
with Kobe.
and in my mind, I'm thinking only Cleveland would do something. But that's not my point. My question, have you ever thought about how different your career would have been had Chicago not been your first stop?
Nah,
But instead it would
you
have been
know-
Cleveland.
You know what? I haven't thought about that part of it. I think I thought about a couple of different ways because I've always had to adjust. This Tibbs will be my 18th coach
Oh, my God.
in 18 years, which is probably a record, to be honest with you.
We got to look that up.
Yeah,
Where's
'cause
Elias Sports
Imagine
Bureau?
if you were in college, right, and you are a freshman and, you have some success, and then your sophomore year is a different coach. it's not so good. Your junior is a whole different coach, and it's somewhere in between. Your senior, like, I'm over this. Like, I've had 4 different coaches in 4 years.
Yeah, how do you progress?
Right. So I think for me, I'm not sure I would have changed positions, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Especially because I came as a point guard. Now it's all scoring point guards. Like, you can get 30 points and 4 assists, right? And they're like, oh, he's great. But at that time, they wanted you to be like a point guard, like pass the ball more. So, guys who were scoring like that were kind of put in a box. And then when you say you want to be a 6th man, you got to think about you're outside of yourself. You got to think what's best for the team. But I definitely gave away certain individual, things at that point that I had no chance of getting once I became a 6th man, like an all-star game. Because they just don't put all-stars as 6th man. It just doesn't happen. Because very, very rarely happen.
Is it stupid to think that you could have averaged 25 a game for a very long time?
It's not.
Because you're that guy. You're that scorer. That's what you do.
I'm not even being cocky or anything. Right. I'm just not at all.
Have you seen his crossover?
No.
I know his Twitter handle is JCrossover.
No, I think because I averaged for the 3 years prior to being a 6th man, I averaged accumulatively basically 20 points for 3 straight years. So I could have easily.
Even in the playoffs last year, against Utah, you were like, you're throwing up 25, 20. It says your playoff average is 12, but that was the role you played that game. And if you had to, you went nuts.
Even in the playoffs for the Hawks, those 2 years, 22 points a game.
Yeah, I think the second year in the playoffs, I think I actually am the first person to start a series with like 4 or 5 straight 20-point games off the bench.
That's right.
In history. So,
Let me ask you.
In that 3 against Orlando, though.
The game clincher.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, speaking of game clincher, how does this feel?
Dibby to inbound. Cutting away the corner. Crawford for the win. Got it!
What's crazy is we were down either 4 points with 10 seconds to go or 5 points with 10 seconds to go. And before that 3, I got a layup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all in like a matter of 10 seconds. Like some people are leaving, like the game's over. And it's amazing.
You went Reggie Miller on the bit.
It's amazing because like those game-winning shots, you almost can feel the reaction of the crowd before they even know it. Like before the ball goes in, it's going in. Like, oh, they're gonna like this. You know what I mean? And then they get into it, so it's pretty cool.
And that was way beyond the 3-point line. That shot we just heard, and you had a guy in your face.
Yeah.
And that was just knocked down.
How did you know they had that queued up? We didn't talk about that.
No, we didn't talk about that.
We didn't plan that.
I just know that Jamal's got some highlights. Okay. 25 a game. How about 50?
Crawford inside. He's got 50. 50 points for Jamal Crawford tonight at the Garden. Taking his phone. Crawford puts it in. 52.
That game.
And here comes the standing ovation as Crawford receiving the congratulations from his teammates.
52.
So that particular game, out of all the nights I've ever been in the NBA, that was the hottest night. I started out the game 0 for 4. And sometimes like, oh, it's not my night, stop shooting. I was like, no, I'm going to keep going. It feels good. I hit 16 straight shots. And there's 42 straight points. It was like a video game, honestly. It was like
insane.
42 straight points without a miss. So from the middle of the first quarter to the third quarter, I didn't miss a shot, like every single time down the court.
But when you look back at the old highlight, what was that? It was 07 or 8 or something like that?
Yeah, it was against the Heat. They had just won. It was 07 because they had just won the championship.
You scored your 52nd point with like 7 minutes left in the game. You guys were up by 30.
Yeah.
Did you get pulled or what?
I got pulled when they pulled Dwayne Wade.
You could have scored 70.
I think
flames coming from his back.
Close.
Yeah, I did that night for sure.
Close.
Because I've had 50 different
like
times.
the NBA Jam? He's on fire.
It's something totally different. Like, you can feel, I've had 50 other times, but it was never like that. So
I felt like that in the open gym, I know.
At the very least, it was 65.
Yeah.
Like, at the least.
Yeah.
And that's not like, it was 65. Like, it was the hottest night of my life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was 65.
I like how he just completely overlooked what you just said.
I felt like that open gym.
Like that open gym one time.
No doubt.
We got to see a jump for
I am elite. There's not much jump. It's more of a Sam Perkins.
That's fine.
Hey, Sam Perkins,
they don't measure Steph Curry's one of the best shooters ever, and he barely gets off the ground. So you don't.
That's true.
Look at it going. I'm not looking at how high you get off the ground.
People, we talking. There's some great highlights. People don't realize how great Jamal's career has been.
Yeah. You're almost to 20,000 points.
And it isn't slowing down.
Key.
Listen to this. He's on pace to pass Dell Curry's all-time bench scoring record.
Yeah.
He's one of the top 5 3-point shooters of all time.
He's aight.
Yeah, I'm decent.
3-time NBA 6th Man of the Year, and should have been 4. J.R. Smith.
And he did it when he was 36, right?
And
35, 36?
I was the oldest to win at 34, and I broke my own record.
He broke his own record.
That's right.
Joe, he has more points than Magic Johnson.
Oh my God, is that true?
Yeah.
I know that one because it's it's my second favorite player ever. So when I passed, I was like, oh, come on.
Yep.
Like,
and he's got one of the most obscure records I've ever heard.
4-point play.
How do you do this? You've got 55 4-point plays, an NBA record.
Yeah, but he set the record when it was like 44. I looked it up.
Yeah, but he's got.
So he's like destroyed it.
Like, what is it though? How?
See, I think Reggie Miller was known for the leg kick.
Yeah.
For me, you guys seen play. I play a crazy style.
Yeah.
So I think I shoot it when people least expect it. And when they try to react, I'm already in shooting motion. So I'm still getting a shot up.
Right.
Even though they're fouling. Like,
So you're through the motion when the foul comes.
Exactly.
So
I'm
they're
still
not
getting a shot.
interrupting.
No, not at all. I'm still getting a shot up.
When you scored 52 with the Knicks, that was at the Garden, right?
That was at the Garden.
That's even better.
That
which
was
is amazing.
Heath Ledger.
Yes.
He was at the game.
Was he really?
Yeah, like he died, a couple months later, I believe.
Yeah,
but it was like so many backstories to that game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And one of the backstories that I think is really cool is that the guy going crazy on the bench after you hit 50 and 52 was one of my all-time favorite players growing up, who's now got a statue of himself over in China, Stephon Marbury.
Steph.
What was it like playing with Steph?
One of the most talented players I've ever played with.
Yeah.
Just pure talent. It was unbelievable. He was definitely at the top shelf of talented players I've ever played with.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Imagine if he was like 6'3". Oh my God.
Imagine if he played in today's NBA.
Oh, true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just ahead of his time
It's
with
an era,
the scoring mentality. Like, he could pass and everything, but the way guards are valued, how they score now, he would destroy it.
He's Kyrie Irving before Kyrie Irving.
He was a lot of people.
Maybe not quite that good, but.
No, Steph was a monster.
Yeah.
He was really a monster.
Yeah.
And the league is more physical when he's playing.
Yeah.
Like now with his speed and the way you couldn't touch him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw him at Georgia Tech. Like he was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
You hate Georgia Tech.
I do. Hey, so Jamal's hit a 3 at the Garden. And my daughter's hit a 3 at the Garden.
Oh, did she?
Something in common.
Something in common for sure.
He's got this weird karmic convergence with professional athletes going on in his life right now. It's just crazy. It's really cool.
It works for him.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Back in June, Jimmy Kimmel and Zach Levine.
This is the best ever.
I talked to Zach today, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
They put a prank on you.
He got me.
You got over it yet?
No.
So tell the audience what happened.
So Zach texts me. He texts me and he's like, hey, Ma, I need you. Like, I have a real soft spot for kids and affinity for kids. I do a lot of stuff for kids. So he texts me and he kind of knew that. And he's like, Mom, I'm doing something with kids. I need you to do this PSA. I haven't paid you for it. I'm like, man, come on, it's for kids. You don't have to pay me anything. Just let me know where to be. I'll be there. And he texted me like on a Tuesday. It's a Saturday now. That's when the shoot was. And he's like, my wife, I'm like, hey, I'm taking my son, JJ. We're going to this PSA. She's like, okay, what's it about? I'm like, well, Zach didn't really say it. It's just about kids. So I told him I'd come. She's like, all right. So then I get there. I see Zach's mom. I know his mom. I know his sister, his girlfriend. I know everybody. I know his family. So they're all there. So I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, the director comes out. He's like, hey, Zach's not here. But if you can come knock out your piece, for 30 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, oh, no problem. He's like, he said, or you can wait for him. I'm like, well, I'm here now. I might as well knock it out.
He knew you'd say that.
At the time, it's a setup, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, his family's here. It's got to be real. He'll be here.
Sure.
Right? So I'm like, all right, no problem. I go in there. They're like, we need you to sign this waiver. We'll pay you. I'm like, nah, you guys don't have to pay me. I'm doing it for kids. It's all good. We're going through it. And the director, I'm not a star. I'm not none of that. So I'm not used to seeing directors in that environment, right? So I'm watching him yell at people, and I'm like, man, like, this is how they do it. This is,
like Tom Thibodeau.
This is crazy. Like, I'm glad I'm not, I like just playing ball, going home, doing my thing. So I'm like, all right, he's yelling at the makeup lady. He's yelling at, this person. He's going off on everybody. It's like, what you guys don't see is probably 30 people on the set. He's yelling at everybody for different reasons. So I'm like, man, all right. So then he starts having me do stuff. Kind of embarrassing, but I'm like, all right, it's going to make a little PSA. No problem. I'll bite the bullet on this one.
Yeah, yeah. Like fake tears and stuff, right?
Right. So I'm like, but what I was thinking when I was doing that, and I'm like, all right, when my friends, when I tell them about what I did for Zach, oh my God, they're going to, laugh at me, but it'll be funny. All right. So we're going through it. He had me do a bunch of stuff they didn't show. Like he had me giving fake five to kids that weren't there, like, walk slow, jump up there and dunk. You know, he's like, can you jump higher? I'm like, man, I got clothes on. Like, you know,
Can you jump higher?
Dunk is not my game.
It wasn't the guy from like
I can't jump like Zach.
Wasn't
you
he
know
the
what I mean?
Reno 911 guy? Was the director or whatever?
Right, but
one
I
of the
don't
cops.
I'm stuck in my ways, and I don't really watch too many movies, so
Sure.
I didn't know who he was. He
Yeah.
looked a little familiar, but like he's director,
And he was in costume.
TV, right? He could have
Yeah,
done anything. So then they bring the kids out, right? So the kids come out, and you know they're spinning around. I'm like, they got to be getting dizzy. I've never been on the hoverboard, but I'm like, they got to be getting dizzy at this point. I'm asking them,
Hoverboard.
like, you guys are all right? You know, and I could hear them whisper, yeah, I'm getting dizzy. So I'm like, man, look, you know, you've had me do all kind of stuff, but it's about the kids now. If they're not comfortable, if they're not, you know, so I'm like, you guys are all right? They say, all right. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll shoot. You know, we'll go through it. Then he was like, hey, so, but over that period of time, what you guys don't know is that was an hour.
Yeah.
So they cut it up to 8 minutes, but that was an hour. So I showed a lot of patience. Like, I'm just going through everything he's saying. He's like, all right. They're like, dang, we're not getting him mad enough, you know? So they're like, put him on the thing, because they know I hate heights. Put him on the thing. I'm like, I'm not getting up there. Like, now it's time. The line in the sand is happy as a spit. I'm not going up there, right? And you're going to stop being with these kids, and that's who it's going to be. I've been doing everything you want. I've been a good soldier. He's like, well, you can get up there. I mean, I'll do it. So when I do what you'll do, I say, I didn't say that. I'm a man of my word. So I'm not saying I'm getting up there. I'm not getting up there, as a matter of fact. So you can get up there if you want
that's so
to.
good.
So then at that point, they finally got what they wanted, and Zach walked out. Then I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? Then like, oh, Jimmy Kimmel, the whole world's watching. I'm like, oh, you guys got me. Like, you guys got me.
Yeah.
So that whole thing was an hour, though. And Jimmy Kimmel said it was so funny. Most of their little skits like that are like 4 minutes. But that was like 7 or 8 because they didn't want to cut anything.
It's too much gold.
I'm going to get like the unedited version so you guys can see the whole
Oh, yeah.
hour.
Well,
And
that'd be
I'll
funny.
bring it to you guys.
That'd be
see
fun.
it.
That'd be
You guys
amazing.
watch it.
That's such good stuff.
That is a
Yeah.
great
So you
story.
and Zach are tight because you're both from
Yeah, for
Washington.
sure.
And
Absolutely.
he probably looks at you as a major role model. Because what? He's 21 now?
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
22 yet even?
Everybody in that area pretty much I've kind of, worked with or known or
That's
been
crazy.
connected to.
You were graduating high school and he was still wearing like a pull-up.
See, that's unbelievable. I don't even think about it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's amazing.
I've always been so connected to my city and everything there. It's like I never left. Like I haven't played there since 98, almost 20 years, but I've been there every single summer. So it's not like I've ever left.
What's the appetite for basketball there? I mean, do people want a
unbelievable.
team back more than anything?
Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable. So before, when I was in high school, obviously we had the Sonics. I was able to watch Gary Payton and Sean Kemp and these guys, and they would come to my games. So when they would do that, it would make it more realistic for me. Like I can actually make it, you know? So right now, this younger generation doesn't have that. So we all try to fill the void as far as coming back as much as possible, doing things in the community. That's why I have my pro-am, so I ask the kids who they want to see. I've had Kevin Durant, I've had Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, Kobe Bryant. I've had all these guys come, so these kids can see him, watch him play, interact with him. And it just makes it more realistic for him. I've had LaMarcus Aldridge. I've had so many people, John Wall, Klay Thompson. I've had so many people come.
Did you have AAU ball back when you were in high school? Did you ever meet up with like Kobe on the circuit or anything like that?
I didn't play against Kobe. He was a little bit older, but I played because my name took off late, honestly. I played in a guy you might know or might not. I played at Nike camp with DeJuan Wagner.
Oh, yeah, Memphis.
Yeah,
DeJuan Wagner was awesome. Chicago, right?
So we were the same backcourt, and he has scored 100 in the game and stuff. So
he would have been great, but he had an injury, didn't he?
Yeah. So that was one of the people like on the circuit. I played with DeMar Johnson, Jason Williams from Duke. He was really big at the time.
Jay Will.
Boozer. All those guys in like All-Star games.
Yeah, you played against Duke in college too, and Jay Will was on that team.
We already had known each other because of the All-Star games we had played in before that.
Okay.
The EA Sports game.
That Michigan team, I'll tell you what, man. If there's any game that says, we could have played and gone deep if you were there, now that you bring that up, it's the Duke game.
It's the Duke
you
game.
played that game, right?
Absolutely.
And you almost beat Duke.
We did, and it was
They were national champs.
Because it was one of those Saturday college games where the whole country's watching. Yeah, like it was, and the game was really, really good. At that time, they had the first best recruiting class in the country, and some people had us with the number 2 recruiting class in the country. So it was like all hyped up with freshmen on the court playing well. I had a really good game too.
Oh, that was awesome.
So, because we're looking at the time.
No. I think
Jamal's.
I just looked. Okay,
we're getting there
all day.
Yeah, we're getting there.
But you've been in Minnesota 3 days now, 4 days. So
3.
Joe and I feel like we need to give you some tips.
Okay,
Let's go back and forth on
Minnesota.
these.
Yeah. All right. So
go ahead.
There's a you do
warm.
the first one since that's your guy.
Yeah, so if you're
Dress
gonna,
warm?
dress warm.
I mean, these are deeper. These are things you're really
okay,
gonna need
okay.
to know. Otherwise,
All right.
you're gonna get caught off guard. So, right off the bat, here's 10 things. Okay, we'll go every other one. You gotta watch Channel 11 because you're gonna get your weather there, right?
Okay.
And your weatherman is a guy named Sven Sundgaard, and there's a 90% chance he will not be wearing a shirt.
Yep.
We have a shirtless weatherman here. He looks like Hercules. He's like 5'5", but he's jacked. And if you ever go around these lakes in Minneapolis, he will run past you.
And he's not wearing a shirt.
Nope. He
Okay.
kayaks shirtless. He's just always posing without a shirt on Twitter. Sven Sundgaard. You're going to need to know who that is.
Okay.
Trust me on that one.
All right, I will.
Also, bikes are everywhere in this state, in this city. Bikes are everywhere. There's a good chance that if you're out walking downtown Minneapolis anywhere, you're going to get run over by a bike.
No, you're going to
Run
hit a biker. You're probably going to kill a biker this
You
year.
may run over one,
yeah.
too.
No, for sure. Almost for sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. It's going to happen.
They're everywhere,
I've
man.
killed
No,
3
no,
bikers.
No, there's bikers in Seattle too, so I think.
Oh, true. Yeah, you used to it.
I'll be
Okay,
all
you
right.
can adapt. Fishing. Big fishing here, man. You like fishing?
It's cool.
You don't have to do it. It's stupid. I hate fish. I'm afraid of fish, but you don't have to do it. Don't let him or any of these other fishermen like Zeke pressure you into that crap.
Right.
Okay, that's
It's a big fishing
You
state.
said 10, right?
10,000 lakes.
We might not give you 10,
Okay,
but this was
Tips.
important. This was
These are
important.
tips.
If you get in the elevator,
Mm-hmm.
get in by yourself because Minnesota people, I'm from Georgia, Minnesota people will talk you to death in the elevator.
They can
But
talk. They're really nice though.
Yeah.
No, they're really nice though. Like the people, my wife just said today, the people here are really, really nice. Like
Yeah.
really genuine. Like I like the people here so far for sure. And I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Do you play golf?
No.
Okay, good. Then you won't have to deal with the guys in jeans and sleeveless shirts on the golf course.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
You've been in some cold places,
For sure.
but you've been in California like the past 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
So
over
the
Jamal.
cold isn't bad here.
You sure? I heard it.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but
It's
20
the wind.
degrees, when that wind picks up,
That's where it is.
That's warm.
Off those lakes.
yeah,
Okay.
layers.
You a big bonfire guy?
No.
Okay.
I should become one.
Well, if you go to a bonfire in Minnesota, you got to drink cheap beer. Otherwise, you're
I
going
don't
to be
drink
looked at as an
alcohol at
ass if you drink some craft beer.
I can't drink a Sprite and act like it's a beer. Like I don't drink at all. No alcohol.
No, you have to.
That's good.
No,
He
you're
drinks enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
okay.
that's why I sweat when I sit here.
Why he sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
probably- his
Your
sweat's
sweat
probably like
bones dry.
his sweat's probably like 0.19.
Oh.
Yeah. So
That's not true at all.
Last one. Last one.
Go
Joe.
ahead. This is a good one.
Yep. You go.
Okay, I'll give you this one. Fans and sports talk hosts in this state, they're going to love you right away. Like me and Remy, we love you.
Thank you, guys.
By the time you leave, we'll still love you, but they're going to hate you. I'm telling you right now. It doesn't matter who you are. It's just the way we are
What
in
if I just
Minnesota.
happen to finish here? You guys still hate me?
They still hate you. Yeah, they're going to
I'll
hate you
leave.
no matter what almost. But Kirby, Puckett, remember Kirby?
Oh, of course. You mentioned the greats.
Yeah. KG,
icons.
Randy Moss, Marion Gabrick. It doesn't matter who you're next. You're next. They're going to hate you.
Just happen.
I'm just saying.
But you know what?
Well, hate is
We're gonna love you.
Confused admiration. So that's love in a way.
Look at this guy.
But
That's
the 100
37 years of
podcast
wisdom.
is gonna love you.
Hey, man. Jamal, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
for coming
No,
in.
thank you so much.
We're
So
so pumped to go back to the playoffs. And
So Remy, what we're gonna do is this.
But you can't leave because I got a gift for you.
Yeah, we got a
hold
gift
on.
for you.
Before
does.
that. Remember I said, do you want me now or do you want me later?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is part one. So
This
when
is
we're
now.
like scorching hot in the
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
I'll come back for part 2.
Man.
hey, 8 wins in a row.
Yeah.
Push that to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to come to a lot of games.
Yeah,
Like,
we
what
are.
can we yell
Hey,
from the crowd?
I
that you'll
already
know?
I already emailed my season ticket guy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, can I have one?
Can I borrow some money?
I spent it all on my car yesterday. I got to go pick
you
it up
spent
from
it
the
on
lot.
speeding tickets.
Yeah, no.
You were saving
Parking
from not
tickets.
paying the tickets at
Exactly,
first, and that's
exactly.
why I told you.
It turns out they will tow your car when you're not
absolutely.
looking.
Now I'm the only guy who's going to give you a gift from a Georgia bag. But
Uh-oh.
this is
exactly.
from the
Same
100
Georgia team
podcast.
that got me in trouble eating the bean.
Yeah, But it was a good bean. This is from the 100 podcast.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you go
I
ahead.
don't get a lot of gifts.
And
There's a
this
snake
is
in there, man.
welcome to Minnesota.
The snake.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is welcome to Minnesota. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jamal Crawford, everybody. Hey, man,
Yes.
that's how we do it on the 100
That's
podcast.
how we do.
Nice.
He just
All
came
right.
in studio. Nicest guy in the world.
It's been an hour. Yeah.
Hey, get your Wolves tickets, baby. It's going to be good.
Nice. It will be good.
Get your tickets.
That guy's as cool as they get, man. I can't
He's incredible.
thank him enough for doing that. That's big time right there.
Listen, when Jimmy came, I formed a relationship with the T-Wolves, bought me a hat,
Yeah,
shirt.
Jimmy Butler. Yeah, you were on
Then
board.
they signed Jamal Crawford. I was
Yep.
like, okay, cool. When he comes in here, and that dude is one of the most incredible people I've met.
He's my new favorite player.
The Timberwolves are my new favorite team.
Easily.
If they weren't before,
Well, he's got a little hawk blood in him,
it's
too.
solidified.
Yeah.
He was my favorite. So, circle of life, right?
Right.
Okay, he's a Hawk. I loved him with the Hawks when they traded Speedy Claxton and AC Law for Jamal Crawford.
Who?
We were in the midst of a playoff run. We almost beat the Bulls that year.
Yeah.
In the semifinals.
Yeah.
But be that as it may, Jamal Crawford, love him. I'm full-blown Timberwolves. Our guy, Ant Chapman, guess who his favorite guard ever is?
Is it Jamal Crawford?
Jamal Crawford. And guess where Jamal's going to take his son when he gets back to get a haircut?
How do I not get a free haircut out of this?
You had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, but it kind of did. If I didn't have a podcast, if I didn't work at a radio station, I wouldn't have a podcast. You wouldn't have a podcast.
Listen, man.
And you'd just be friends with Jamal Crawford. You wouldn't be a celebrity friend of Jamal Crawford.
Stop asking for free stuff. We're going to be so huge one day with this podcast, people are going to ask us for free stuff.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Let's
What's
see
up?
the views, man. Hey, you see that I started a sitcom on the Go MN Sports Facebook
I
page?
did. It's actually pretty funny.
It is funny, right?
Yeah.
Do you actually think it's funny?
I do. I mean, you're better at podcast than being on video.
Yeah.
But,
You want to hear one of my jokes?
yeah.
So
I'm afraid you're going to tell me anyway.
Yeah, so my vacuum cleaner was broken, and I took it into the store to have it fixed. The guy put a Packers jersey on it. Now it sucks again.
So now you have a TV sitcom and a podcast.
Yeah.
Are there anybody else in the world that has both?
No, I think I'm basically like Ross Geller and all those guys. No, no chance.
That's cool.
No.
PJ Fleck era kicks off tonight against Buffalo at home.
Yeah, baby.
Our guy, Shannon Brooks.
Yeah.
Give me some stats. What do you think he does tonight?
Oh, dude. Well, I looked it up, and Buffalo had allowed like 250 rushing yards a game last year. They suck.
Yeah.
They got a big quarterback that's worth watching. He might be a pro like Cam Newton someday, but he's a sophomore. I don't care. The Gophers are going to roll, and Shannon Brooks and Rodney Smith will probably both go over 130 yards. I got Brooks on 160 and 3.
160 and 3?
160 and 3. What do you got?
I'm with you. Let's get it.
All
160 and 3, baby.
Friend of the show, Jimbo Fisher. I don't know if you knew we had him on the show a couple weeks ago.
We did. That episode blew up.
Yeah, him and his FSU Florida State Seminoles. They are playing on, is it Saturday night or tonight?
Saturday night.
It's Saturday night.
Headed up to Atlanta.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Number 2 versus number 1. Who you got?
First real game in the new
Dude,
Mercedes-Benz
I can't
Stadium.
wait to watch that. You want to get together on Saturday night and watch that?
I'm be down watching my son play
Oh, where's he playing?
at Drake.
Oh, you're going down to Drake. Okay,
they got
Des
a
Moines.
night game. Yeah, University of South Dakota's headed to Drake.
Is your son going to play?
He's going to dress.
Is he starting
He's
or
2 on the depth chart, but you know how that goes. Hey,
at what position?
right guard.
Okay, let's hope the starter gets hurt.
Well, cramp.
Hurt.
I don't want guys to get hurt.
Cramps go away. Injuries don't.
I don't want guys to get hurt.
I want the right guard for South Dakota to get hurt
No.
for the season.
Maybe like have the poops.
For the season.
No, like for the day. We don't want guys to
Maybe
get hurt.
he'll get
because
dive
then what if somebody wishes my kid gets hurt?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Somebody
No,
did already.
let's
Probably.
not do
Third
that.
strings, Mom.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, but no, so who I got? I'm taking Alabama. That defense is the Florida State's fast, the offense is good, but that Alabama defense.
They have Alabama's got a cornerback named Fitzpatrick who's going to be a top 10 pick in the draft, and I don't know his name, I don't know anything about him. I just know he's a beast.
Alabama's got studs all over
But
the field.
guess what? I don't bet against friends of the show. I'm going with Florida State and Jimbo Fisher, who is a friend of the show.
All right,
That'd be like picking me over Jamal in a 3-point shootout.
straight up, want to put a bean on it
What?
on this game?
Oh, Florida State. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Let's go.
Deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you wrote an article. I do read your stuff, by the way.
Do you really?
Yeah, you wrote an article
I do.
about 23-year-old Byron Buxton. We talked about it earlier with
He is
Jamal.
23, yeah.
And comparing him to other great center fielders at that age, Trout, Andrew Jones, Griffey Bonds. Tell me right now in few words why that's not insane.
So you saw the headline. It's like the headline was "Don't laugh." Buxton has a lot of similarities at 23 to Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
When I looked at this hot streak Buxton is on, which is about 35 games, right? So I went back to Bonds' third year in the big leagues, just like Buxton's, where he was 23 years old. And when you compare Bonds' best 35 game stretch from 1988 to Buxton's stretch he's on right now, it's remarkably similar with one difference. Bonds walked a ton, struck out less, and Buxton doesn't walk a ton and strikes out a lot. That's obviously a big deal, but power-wise, they both had 9 homers. Buxton actually had more RBIs in this stretch. Same number of doubles, same number of triples. Buxton a higher batting average. I'm telling you, the sky is the limit for the friend of the show, Byron Buxton.
We saw it coming.
And it might be Bonds-like. And I'm not going to say he's going to add 50 pounds of muscle and start doing PEDs, but
And his head going to swell up?
but honestly, have you seen him hit the ball lately? He's got 8 home runs in August. 8 home runs in August, and how many warning track fly balls? The dude has a ton of power.
Yeah.
And it's athleticism off that bat. He's going to be a 30 home run guy.
Listen.
Trust me.
You know, and we're off topic, but that's fine. It's views.
Yeah, man.
You know what I love
This show
about
could be 2
Byron
hours
Buxton?
because we had Jamal Crawford.
You know what I love about Byron Buxton?
What?
And it's what I love about Bryce Harper, even though I don't really like Bryce Harper, but it's what I love about him.
Yeah.
Byron Buxton loves baseball.
He does.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, listen, friend of the show, he's going to blow up.
We have a lot of friends.
Buxton, but he told us he'd come back on playoff time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
we're going to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're a game behind the Yankees for the number 1 wild card now. And we have an easy schedule. The Twins might win 90 games.
The Timberwolves.
Think about that.
I may break up with the Hawks and get in a relationship with the Timberwolves. I'm not leaving the Braves.
To win 90 games, the Twins have to go 21-9 over the final 30.
21-9?
Yeah.
It's not unheard of.
A lot of road games.
Tough.
They have the best record in the American League, tied with the Indians, since August 6th.
The problem is the Indians are on fire.
I don't care about the Indians. Who cares? They're going to win the division. That's probably the best team in the AL because Houston's taking a dump. Hey, Mitch Leidner, he's going to play for the Vikings tonight.
Yeah, he's going to get
preseason
cut.
game
He's
number
going to
4.
get cut tomorrow.
Yeah, on Saturday. They're going to let him breathe a little bit
Okay.
and then cut him on Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, and that'll be the last we ever hear of him.
All right, I'm just
back to what's that, Bite Squad, right?
Yeah. Is that where he's working?
Yeah, he was.
Oh my gosh. For real? Like the delivery service?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You still got a chance to get called up then.
Exactly. Well, Jamal
All right.
Crawford's going to get me in the NBA.
I'm going to say 3 words and you just tell me what comes to mind. Aaron Rodgers mustache.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. What comes to mind? Bad porn. That thing's nasty.
That thing looks like steroid-induced caterpillar crawled up on his lip and died.
It looks like he gave somebody a rim job, and then that guy. Okay, that's disgusting.
that's disgusting.
I'm not even gonna go there anymore.
It's horrible.
Sorry, Aaron. I didn't mean that. It's a podcast. I'm just keeping it 100.
It's hideous.
Yeah,
That's 100.
It is what it is.
Podcast. Yeah, that's
Hey,
the most-
one of your fellow down south Georgia boys, the DSGBs, just got paid. Matthew Stafford for the Lions, 5 years, what, $125 or $30 million?
Yep.
Richest QB in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, well deserved.
Yeah, all those playoff wins. He's real good.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
What?
Who got it before him? Derek Carr. Yeah, all those playoff wins.
Yeah, but he's got potential. Matthew Stafford's peaked.
Matthew Stafford's not about potential.
He's peaked.
He's a monster.
He's peaked. He is good. 8 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter last year.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah.
And you know what? Put on the film where he separated his shoulder, went out, and then was on the sideline. He was mic'd up that game.
Dude,
and went back in the game and led a game-winning drive with a separated shoulder.
He's nice, man. I'll give you that. I'd rather have him than everybody but Rodgers in the division. He's awesome. You give him a good line, he'll be very good.
I agree. I mean, I'd probably rather have him other than Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers in the entire NFC. I mean, he's the third best quarterback
you can
to me.
definitely argue it. You know, guys like Dak will maybe make a rise, and obviously Breeze and Matt Ryan are great. But
Dak's coming back to the pack. This
yeah,
year.
maybe. I hope not. Just draft him on my fantasy team.
Lot of stuff bubbling out there by Teddy playing tonight. If he comes off the pup, if he comes off before,
well, he ain't gonna play tonight, but
if he comes off the pup
before Saturday,
Saturday,
right?
he's eligible. If not, he stays out till
6
game
weeks
7.
for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So what? Come Sunday, is he on the active list or
My
not?
gut feeling is that he's not active. He'll be on the physically unable to perform list through week 6, and then probably come back after the bye.
Right.
They can activate him anytime after that.
And the bye is week 7 is the bye?
8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah, after they go to London.
So they won't. Activate him
And the only reason I say this is that, everybody's talking about Teddy's posting Instagram messages with a black screen and it says loading ... And it's similar to what Taylor Swift did, deleted all of her posts, and then big announcement, here's my new album. So Teddy pulling to Taylor Swift. Maybe, I hope so, but honestly, Jay Glazer interviewed Sam Bradford and Mike Zimmer in his Glazer DraftKings bus the other day, and Zimmer was like, yeah, he might even play. He might even be able to come back this year. But it didn't sound like he was on the verge of coming back. Just reading the tone of the voice, I don't see it happening.
Did Teddy really do that Taylor Swift thing?
Yeah, man, he deleted all of his Instagram posts.
Immediately, my least favorite quarterback in the league.
What are you talking about?
Immediately.
Taylor Swift is a freaking bombshell.
Immediately, my least favorite quarterback in the
If Taylor
league.
Swift walked in here right now, you would look up at her because you're shorter than her.
Is she really tall?
She's taller. Yeah, you'd look straight up at her and you'd be like, "Damn, girl, you fine."
Nope.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
In your head, you would.
Have you seen my wife?
I've seen your wife. She'd
Yeah.
whoop your ass and my ass at the same time.
Right.
Isn't she like a personal trainer now?
She could be.
Yeah.
She's also
Yeah.
a million times hotter than Taylor Swift.
Your wife is hot. I'll give you that. Can I say that?
No.
Hey,
Go to the
B,
next one. Go to the next
B,
one.
you're
'cause I've
pretty
been-
hot.
Go to the next one because I've been waiting.
You want to fight?
I've been waiting to get it. I'll just run till you pass out.
Word of the wise man.
Yeah.
Run to work if you have to. Don't park your car on Minneapolis streets if you have outstanding parking tickets. Dude, I got absolutely taken to the cleaners yesterday.
How many parking tickets did you have outstanding?
5.
8 or 5?
8 or 5, one of the two.
Why didn't you pay them?
I figured I was good. I figured, what are they going to do?
What does that mean? I figured I was good.
I figured I would never do anything about it.
What did they do?
I didn't pay some tickets
What
in
happened?
2013.
When did they tell you?
And nothing ever happened. And I got 5 more tickets this year, and nothing happened. And then my car got towed
Do you have
yesterday.
a warrant for your arrest?
I paid all my tickets yesterday, and now I got to go to the impound lot and probably pay another $200.
Oh, you didn't get the car yet?
No, I got to go today.
How'd you get to work?
Oh, I drove a different car.
Oh,
Yeah.
big baller.
Yeah, well,
Big baller brand.
you know, I
Yeah.
mean, baller's going to ball.
How much is it going to cost you at the end of the day?
Oh, probably $700.
Oh, my gosh.
When it could have been probably 250 worth of tickets. Yeah, a lot of late fees in there, apparently. They double your freaking ticket if you don't pay it.
Late fees.
This is BS. By the way, it should be illegal for them to just come up to your freaking place of work and take your car and not tell you that they're doing it. That's a bunch of crap. What if
Apparently they told you.
What if,
are you
like,
dying again?
What if Kim Jong-un throws a nuclear bomb in St. Cloud or something like that, right? And I want to get in my car.
What kind of bomb?
A nuclear bomb.
You're one of those people.
Guess what?
It's not nuclear.
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 A nuclear bomb.
Anyway.
But what would I do? I would have no car, man. I'd be freaking radiated.
Give me.
It's a bunch of S.
Apparently they warned you 8 times.
Well,
It was coming.
they should have warned me again.
Give me a high school football player in Minnesota you pay to watch this year.
Oh, good question, because the season it's officially week 1 tonight and tomorrow night. Well, one I got to tell you is Jalen Suggs, Minnehaha Academy. They have that SMB Wolfpack, which is the consolidation of the private schools. Right. Jalen Suggs is going to play D1 5-star basketball probably, but he's already got Iowa State on him for football, and he's a sophomore.
Right.
The guy is an animal. Very, very, very talented. I'd love to see him play. But there's a guy named Quinn Carroll who's a right tackle at Edina. He's got every freaking school all over him.
Yeah.
Nick Saban, Dabo Sweeney, Clemson, Alabama.
He actually visited Georgia too.
Everybody wants this guy.
He's Bama Notre Dame. He's going to Notre Dame USC.
Yeah.
He's going to go to that game. I'm sure he'll go back to Bama for a big game. He's Bama Notre Dame, and my guess is he'll go to Notre Dame.
He's very good. I've seen the tape. He's a monster. There's a guy from Lakeville North who's a junior this year who's already getting tons of big looks as well. Bryce Benhart, look out for that cat. He's elite.
Right.
Hopefully he goes to the Gophers like his teammate Nathan Bowe, who's a senior this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, high school football is fun. Did you watch any of McGregor Mayweather?
I did. I watched the whole thing.
Did you really? Did you pay for it?
Nope.
Well, how'd you do it?
Periscope on Twitter.
Oh, come on.
It was free.
The fight sucked, though.
Yeah. It was entertaining.
It was okay.
Listen, I'm going to say this, I'm going to move on. I don't get the people saying, okay, do I have more respect for McGregor? Yes, but listen, it's about strategy. And Floyd executed a strategy. McGregor looked really bad.
Well,
bad.
He looked sloppy the whole fight, even though he came out swinging and landing some punches. But I think that was just baiting. He got Rocky Balboa'd by Floyd Mayweather.
I mean, yeah, and Floyd's not a knockout guy, but he was about 2 seconds from being lights out.
Oh, that was a TKO. He was Conor McGregor was going to go night.
He was about to go night.
Yeah. And Floyd doesn't punch hard, so soft chin McGregor. How'd you like that? I hope you don't come back.
Jose Barrios, 12-8, 3.8 ERA. Irvin Santana, 14-7 with a 3.27 ERA. Wild card, game 1. Who you starting?
Well, it's going to be interesting because if the Wild do get one of those. Hey, Jamal Crawford just followed you on Twitter.
No, One Hunnit Podcast.
No, he followed the One Hunnit Podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
baby.
Yeah, baby. We going big.
Shout out, JC.
Yeah, what's up, Jay Crossover?
Yeah.
Oh, JamalCrawford.com.
Listen, Jamal Crawford is now my second favorite guy with the initials JC.
Behind,
Jesus Christ.
Okay. One of them's real, one of them's not. I'll let you decide which is which.
You're going to hell. So, game 1, who you starting, boss? Who you starting?
Game 1, I'm going to start Irvin Santana for sure.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Is that off experience?
Well, I think so. But here, if the playoff race is tight, the Twins are in an interesting position because let's say Irvin Santana and Barrios are scheduled to start games 161 and 162, right? And you can't change that rotation because you need to win those games to get in. And what if they're not fresh? Guess who's your starter? Bartolo Colon.
Big Chubby.
Or Kyle Gibson.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with Bartolo. I'd be a little nervous, but he's proven to be pretty solid so far.
Yeah. Here's why I start Irvin. It's game one.
Oh, my thyroid.
It's a one-game playoff, okay? It's season on the line.
Yeah.
Here's why I start Irvin. Irvin is infinitely more likely to keep you in the game on a bad day.
Yeah.
Longer.
Yeah.
Barrios is more likely to get shelled.
Barrios is a kind of a boomer bust guy lately.
Exactly.
Like against the White Sox, 11 strikeouts, 7 shutout innings. That was gold.
I mean, on a bad day.
But he's had some bad days.
On a bad day with Jose, you're losing.
You're down 5-0 in the first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On a bad day with Irvin, you're going to be in the game late.
He hasn't really had any massively bad blow-ups this year. Maybe one or two. But
and Irvin's a lot more likely to keep your bullpen out of the game, which is huge for this team.
Well, the bullpen's been one of the best in the AL since the trade deadline.
It's been
one of the best.
Yeah.
So, but can that last? I don't know. Hey, if you could experience one game in the body of an NFL player, who would it be?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
He never gets touched.
yeah. Do you get the nightcap too? Because then you go home as Tom Brady, and guess who's waiting for you?
What?
Giselle.
Can we stick to football?
Bunchen.
Is that what you pronounce her name?
Bunchen.
I couldn't pick her out of a two-man lineup standing next to Manute Bol.
She's a woman.
I don't know who she is.
Well, she's a supermodel, and she makes more money than Tom does.
Same question to you.
Oh. Okay. If I could be any athlete, a football player for one game, and afterwards, I think I would be Cam Newton. I want to know what it's like to have teeth that nice.
He does got a great smile.
Gosh, those teeth are amazing,
He's
dude.
got a great smile.
Hey, my brother-in-law saw a fighter jet getting refueled over Circle Pines, like low altitude. I'm thinking war. What does that mean? You actually did that in the military?
That's what I did. I was a boom operator.
Is that normal here?
It's normal.
That ain't
everywhere.
normal here.
Air refueling tracks are all over the country. All over the country.
Oh,
so
no, man.
There's actually C-130s out at Fort Snelling here, and you can see them, and they fly low. So it's probably what happened.
It was a fighter jet, though. Is that a C-130?
Was it a fighter jet?
Yeah, it's a fighter
getting
jet.
refueled?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it happens. I mean, maybe it was an emergency, but
I mean, they've had stealth bombers. I know. I
air
looked it up.
refueling's normal. I mean, the tracks are all over the country. On a clear day, you can see clear up in the sky and see them.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they were just doing it at lower altitude. It was clear. Your brother has excellent vision.
He might have been drinking. Actually, this is a really good chance he was
that's
drinking.
probably a good chance. Yeah. So, name a Gophers player you're most excited to see tonight.
Well, I want to see Demery Croft and Carter Coughlin. Coughlin's the former Mr. Football winner. Very good linebacker, edge rusher. I think he's going to be really good this year. And Demery Croft, I want to see one of the two, him or Connor Rhoda, take over the starting job. And Croft, we saw him at practice, man. He just looks the part.
He looks better.
I
don't know what they're looking for. But he looks smoother.
Right.
He's got a better arm.
Well, and the passing game's going to be better.
Yeah.
It's the matter of will he be accurate?
There was a distinct difference in the velocity of Demery Croft's pass.
It looked good.
And Rhoda.
Yeah.
Demery could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet.
Oh, that's a good line.
Yeah, I heard it on something this morning.
I like that.
It was good. They were talking about Felipe Franks, but
you could go to a brothel and not get it wet.
What are you talking about? Everything with you goes back.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
No, can we?
That was pretty good. Hey, did you hear the nickname Marnie Gellner gave Bartolo Colon the other day?
No.
He was bent over, and somebody put a caption behind his butt and called him Fartolo Colon.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. You wrote a story about, you write a lot of stories.
Brothel.
About how we should stop all the worrying about the Vikings O-line.
Yeah.
Why?
Look, man, there's a reason to worry because they've looked like crap. I get that. But I actually did a little smart searching, which I'm wont to do.
Google?
And, stats. No. If you look at Pro Football Focus and their front seven ratings and rankings for the 2017 season, the Vikings play like 3 good defensive front sevens, which means the offensive line is going to play a lot of below average defenses. That's going to help. It's going to help. Now, the 49ers were number 32 on that list of top front sevens, and they made that offensive line look like a freaking shredded cheese, man. It didn't look good. I'm worried, but that's reason to worry less.
I told you when you signed Mike Rimmers. The guy almost got Cam Newton single-handedly killed.
And you were right about that.
He's
he
bad.
sucks, man.
He's awful.
That's the worst $30 million ever spent.
Who starts tonight at center?
I hope it's Elfline.
Why? If he starts, that means he's not starting the game
No,
one.
I think the starters might actually play. I think that
so?
whole
Was
unit
he
might
serious?
get out. Yeah, Zimmer's
Oh.
serious, man.
My goodness.
Just go out there and do something right for one play against a bunch
Wrap
of
it
backups.
up, baby.
Hey, final predictions for the Atlanta Falcons this year. Record, playoffs, where does their season end?
Here we go, baby. I got us at 12-4.
Okay.
I got us first seed in the NFC. So all roads lead through the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Are you keeping it 100 right now, or just shining
I'm
that
keeping it 100.
globe?
Falcons win the NFC Championship, and they redeem themselves across the street at U.S. Bank Stadium come February. Atlanta Falcons, Super Bowl champions.
Honestly, that's not a bad pick. They're very good. And you're right, their defense looks
That
awesome.
defense looks incredible.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, they're going to be good, but by Vikings?
How about you, Vikings?
My Vikings?
Same question. Record, playoffs. Where does the season end?
I honestly think the Vikings are capable of going 10-6, but I'm feeling really pessimistic right now.
I didn't ask you what they're capable of.
Yeah,
you're
and I'm
capable
gonna
of
tell
being
you right
220, but you're 280.
The Vikings are going to go 9-7 this year, and they're going to just miss out on the playoffs. And I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah, keep it
100.
100.
I'm serious. I want to see them. Normally during the show, I'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to go 11-5. Green Bay sucks. I think the whole division's kind of crap, actually. So I think 9-7 will be there at the end. 10 games might win the NFC North this year, but I don't think they get into the playoffs. I'd be shocked if they're double-digit winners, which is what it requires to get to the postseason.
Ideal state for you and I is either this stadium or that stadium is hosting the Falcons-Vikings in the NFC Championship.
Oh, that'd be cool, man.
Dude.
Hey, we're going to the Super Bowl this year.
We're going to have to do something.
Well, the One Hunnit Podcast will probably be so big by then, we'll broadcast live from the Super Bowl.
We're going with Jamal Crawford.
He'd probably get us in.
He probably can.
What time does Cat come on the show? Are we going to get Cat?
We're going to get...
Can you get Crawford to
Dude,
get us Cat?
I don't know.
Because the Wolves PR guys are cool, but they never respond to me.
He just followed us on Twitter.
Well, let's get up on that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, tell
All
him
right, man.
Tell them to give us a call, and we'll set that up.
All right,
It's
man.
been
that
a fun
cool.
show, dude.
That was a long show.
Yeah, it was a long
What a great show, though.
Yeah, well, when you get Jamal Crawford to say, hey, man, I'm willing to come in for an hour in studio, you do the first hour of the show with Jamal Crawford. The whole thing.
And we didn't really derail from all our bits. He participated.
Well, exactly.
It was cool.
He's a cool dude.
It was cool.
All right, man.
Yeah, man. That was awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Look,
All right.
for the first time ever, Jamal Crawford was great. Me and you was aight.
Yeah.